In Sudan, Islamic schools known as khalwas teach children to memorize the Quran. Khalwas have existed in Sudan for hundreds of years. There are nearly 30,000 of them, and they're celebrated for providing free education to children across the country. I'm Fatah Al-Rahman Al-Hamdani, a journalist based in Sudan. I went undercover for BBC News Arabic to investigate reports of widespread abuse inside these schools. Since 2018, I've visited 23 khalwas across Sudan and witnessed extreme forms of abuse. In many of them, I saw children shackled and chained. Some of them as young as 5 years old. I was shocked to see how routinely they were beaten, punished by the sheikhs who run the schools or by one of the older students for making mistakes when reciting the Quran. The children looked unhealthy and malnourished, many forced to sleep on the floor in extreme heat. And sick children were left without medical help. During the course of the investigation, I came across a story that disturbed me more than anything else I had seen. Two 14-year-old boys, Ismail and Mohammed Nader, who were savagely beaten inside a khalwa in Omdurman. I visited them immediately in Bari Hospital in Khartoum. Their injuries were horrific and barbaric.
حاجزهم في غرفة من يوم السبت والأكل والشراب ومسحين لهم القطران أجسامهم كلها نداسية وضاموا الظهر بتاعت الظهر.
الشاق بالخلو بدق نص. ليه؟ بدون أي سبب بس أجيب إنك قاعد تقرب بس بدقك. أقارب بس بدق الناس. أقول ندارن نملك ونخلو دارن نجي البيت نسقنا دقان.
The day after the attack, the police arrested the sheikh in charge of the khalwa and 3 teachers. 2 of them were charged with assault. The sheikh and 1 other were charged with perverting the course of justice. But they were all released on bail, and the khalwa remained open. In 2018, I'd filmed inside the khalwa in which Mohammed Nader and Ismail were horrifically beaten. Khalwa al-Khulafa al-Rashidin, run by this man, Sheikh Hussein.
حاولت إنه أعمل استكشاف عام من ضمن المباني في واحد قال لي ده السجن.
This is the prison Mohammed Nader and Ismail were locked inside and tortured. They were given no food or water for 5 days. Children here were shackled for bad behavior or for trying to escape. Teachers kept a close eye on the children as they recited their lines, standing over them with a whip. The conditions here were the worst I had seen. It's no wonder Mohammed Nader and Ismail tried to escape. The boys' injuries were so severe, the doctors didn't think they would survive. They had to undergo months of surgery and physiotherapy.
أنا ما حقدر أنسى الموضوع ده وأنا عاوز العالم كله يشوف ما يكون مخفي.
قلنا خلاص نمشي بس الناس دي يقدموا لهم العدالة. لأن أصلاً ما دارين إنه يساومونا بالقرش ولا 2 3 لأنه إحنا لو خلينا حكاية زي دي في حاجات أنا متأكدة أكتر من ده تاني حتحصل.
Sheikhs wield so much power in their communities that it's rare for families like Mohammed Nader's to press charges. But in 2018, a revolution started in Sudan. The old regime was overthrown and a transitional government was established, promising change and reform. Ismail and Mohammed Nader's families believe that in this new Sudan, they can get justice.
يعني مهما كلفني أنا الحقيقة دي بقولها يعني ما بخاف منها.
Mohammed Nader's family are on their way to court. It will be the first time they face the alleged perpetrators. An hour later, the boys and their families leave court, but not with the news they wanted. The judge postponed the trial because one of the defendants failed to show up.
محمد ده قال لي شوف في شيخ حسين شايفاه يسبح حسيت كان مش هدقه كان دايرهم يتحاكموا بس.
But with every day that goes by, children continue to suffer inside khalwas across Sudan. In the suburbs of Khartoum, I got to explore the khalwa of Hajj al-Dali. While the sheikhs were busy with the evening prayer, I found a room full of whips and chains. In another, a young boy was crying. He was scared and desperate to go home.
أنا عايز روحني أمي لا عايز أقعد أنا عايز روحني عائلة أمي.
The halwa of Hajj al-Dali told the BBC that a new sheikh is now in charge and that chaining and beating have stopped. In North Darfur, I filmed secretly inside the halwa of Ahmed Hanafi, one of the biggest and most respected. Inside a study session, I watched as a child was subjected to more than 30 lashes for arguing with another student. When we contacted the halwa, the sheikh confirmed that they do beat children as a form of discipline, but denied this incident took place. In Sudan, all forms of violence against children are illegal, and the new transitional government says that they are taking the matter of abuse in khalwas seriously.
كيف الأحوال؟ إن شاء الله بخير. تصوروا إن أنتوا خدتينه للخلوة اللي أنتوا عايزينها تكون شنو؟
الناس اللي بيدرسوا فيها لازم يكون عندهم مستوى بتاع تعليم محدد ومعين. الأمر الآخر وده الأمر المهم إنه المنهج الذي يدرس في الخلوة يكون واضح.
يعني إذن الضرب والتقييد وكذا ما من ضمن الأولويات
كله لابد إنه يكون بمعيار واضح، لا ضرب ولا تعذيب ولا انتهاك لأي حق من حقوق الإنسان أو حقوق الطفولة على الإطلاق.
Mohammed Nader is recovering, but he's struggling with his mental health and is afraid to go to school. He's beginning to open up about what happened to him and Ismail.
عبارة عن سجن بس ولا أزول عشرة كاملة قلت له أحط السرارة دي في فوق الاسم ده وانت اللي نجري إسماعيل قام فات قبضه وأنا داير أتلب الزن الناس اللي من الصلاة قاموا عرفونا بعد حسين سافر ماليزيا وجاب الطبل والستارات وجاب السيطان يلا قاموا دقونا أنا قاموا ربطوني نومنا على بطني قاموا دقوني يعني الدق ده ما بحصل في يوم واحد بيجوا ناس كتار الناس بيكونوا نايمين يعني ما أعرف أنا من زمان ده لقيت نفسي في مستشفى بس
طيب ما قلت لهم يا خلونا ونحن ما دايرين نطلع وكده
أنا كان قافل لك خشمك هات كامل خلوه
ممكن توريني ليه؟
أكتر هاي والخلوه في الاغتصاب ده عديلة نادوك رجالك يعني
حصل قدامك يعني مثلا لولد؟
Mohammed Nader told us that rape was carried out by older students. And although he wasn't sexually abused, several other people told the BBC that rape happened in the Khalwa under the management of Sheikh Hussein. Over the course of our investigation, we've seen sheikhs operate with impunity. Khalwas in which abuse has taken place have remained open, leaving hundreds of children vulnerable. And families like Mohammed Nader's have been left to fight for justice on their own.
Hello?
It was time to meet Sheikh Hussein and put these allegations to him.
Assalamu alaikum.
The trial of Sheikh Hussein and the 3 other men charged following the assault of Mohammed Nader and Ismail has been postponed 5 times. He was warned by the authorities that if he wanted to keep his khalwa open, the chaining of children had to stop. He was keen to show us the changes he'd made.
الدراسة مجانا حيث المأكل والمشرب كله مجانا والسكن مجانا.
يعني هنا كان الإصلاحية اللي تم تكفيله بسبب المشكلة.
خلاص تماما.
وده برضه كان جزء منه يعني؟
نعم.
الغرفة دي.
نعم. نعم. فالآن كلها لقينا قرآنية.
ممكن ندخل؟
ادخل.
دافية شوية هي.
دي المصائف اللي جمعنا خلاص ده النحرية. دي خلاص يعني تمزق.
The prison in which Mohammed Nader and Ismail were tortured is now nothing more than a storage room, and none of the children here are chained.
تفضلوا.
في البداية التقييد ده أصله جاي من وين؟ أصله في الدين
هناك حديث قال عجب لأمتي هناك أناس من أمته يدخلون الجنة بالسلاسل أنا رجال خلاوي دي كلها مش أنا بس كل الخلاوي معظمها يقيدون.
في اتهام لأنه في أطفال 2 هنا ضربوا جوا الخلوة ضرب مبرح قربوا كانوا يموتوا يعني.
صح نعم. أنا كنت في مؤتمر في ماليزيا يعني الإصلاحية كانت موجودة. الإصلاحية دي قلت لها الإصلاحية في أبناء يشربون البنجو يتعاطون المخدرات والسوليسيون يسرقون يرتكبون المعاصي فأبوه يجيبوا يقيدونا.
وضربوهم لشنو يعني؟
والله طبعا يعني رفضوا أن يدرسوا.
أنا لقيت مجموعة ذكروا لي إنه يا أخي في اغتصاب في الخلق، اغتصاب للأطفال.
يا شيخ اتق الله.
رايم هم أنا قلت لك رايم.
اتق الله عز وجل.
رايم هم.
اتق الله عز وجل. أنت تخش في مواضيع صعب جدا. عليك أن تتقي الله عز وجل. لا تحارب القرآن.
أنا لا أحارب القرآن.
أنت محارب القرآن.
أنا لا أحارب القرآن.
اسمع الكلام مثبتينكم مثبتة وإلا ستعاقب. عشان كده
طيب يا شيخ أنا سألتك أنت ممكن تجاوب لي.
الآن في حرب شرسة تدار على التعليم الديني يديرها أمثال هؤلاء خجلان جدا لبي بي سي. أنا اعطي المايك للأستاذ هنا.
We were told to end the interview, but allowed to stay and film the evening prayer. Shortly afterwards, Sheikh Hussein reappeared and wanted another chance to answer our questions.
طيب شيخنا، هل عندك أي حاجة عايز تضيفها؟
الحاصل أن الإصلاحية هي أخطأنا خطأ وجل من لا يخطأ واعترفنا بهذا الخطأ والأمر الآن أمام القضاء. أما السؤال الذي سألتني قلت أخبروك أنت سمعت بأنه في هذا المجمع في اغتصابات. هذا الكلام نستنكره تماما.
A few months after this interview, Sheikh Hussein died in a car accident. The charges against him have been dropped, and the Khalwa is now under the control of Sheikh Hussein's brother. He told us that he was always opposed to imprisoning children, and that under his management, the beating of children would not be tolerated. He also denied that rape has ever taken place in the Khalwa.
حاجة. احنا لو كان سكتنا على الموضوع ده يا جماعة، في محمد ده في أخوانه يكون ألوف إذا عذبوا. مثلا أنت تضحي بولدك عشان شنو؟ تكريما لرجل الدين.